of Beauty by John Keats. Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today in front of you I have brought another PPT presentation dealing with the explanation of a new poem from Flamingo, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats. Okay, in this PPT presentation we shall be discussing about the theme of the poem, the summary of the poem. Okay, we shall be knowing about the poet, and moreover we will be seeing the literary devices used in the poem, the list of things that are being used in the poem that we need to know. Okay, and also we shall be seeing the difficult words that are being used in the poem. In my next class I will be providing with the video lecture dealing with the line by line explanation of the poem. Okay, so let's start with the presentation. John Keats, 1795 to 1821, was an English romantic poet belonging to the second generation of romantic poets, along with Lord Byron and Percy Bysshe Shelley. Although his poems were not generally well received by critics during his lifetime, his reputation grew after his death, and by the end of the 19th century, he had become one of the most beloved of all English poets. He had a significant influence on a diverse range of poets and writers. A Thing of Beauty is an excerpt from Keats' first epic poem, Endymion, a poetic romance. The poem is based on a Greek legend in which Endymion, a young shepherd and a poet who lived on Mount Latmos, had a vision of Cynthia or Selene, the moon goddess. The enchanted youth resolved to seek her out and so wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. The theme of the poem is nature, beauty and youth. Keats loved beauty to the extent that he almost worshipped it. This excerpt voices the poet's eternal love for beauty. A Thing of Beauty gives us permanent happiness. It is the first line of John Keats' first epic poem, Endymion, a poetic romance, and of the poem, A Thing of Beauty. This line is dramatically very significant because it is multi-layered in its meaning. It explains the effect of beauty on the soul. Beauty heals the negative impulses of our life. It relieves us from being weighed down by worldly worries. Keats, as a romantic poet, brings out the belief in the power of nature to heal and give happiness. A beautiful thing is an object of joy because it gives us mental peace and makes us happy. Its value lies in its effect on us, and it never breeds a sense of nothingness. It will not diminish with the passage of time. The entire poem, Keats have emphasized on this importance of beauty. Beauty, that is what gives us everlasting joy and pleasure. John Keats puts forth a message that a thing of beauty is a perennial joy for us. It gives us peace and sleep, full of sweet dreams. In this world we suffer from jealousy, disappointment, and lack good human qualities. These things make our life gloom. Consequently, we develop evil ways that cause us suffering and pain. But mankind has a hope. The nature removes our pall of gloom and sufferings through natural beauty and enliven our spirits. The nature has provided us innumerable sources of happiness like the sun, the moon, the trees, flowers, small reels, forest and mask roses, etc. These are the constant treasure and source of happiness. These beautiful things make our lives sweet, soothing and pleasurable. The magnificent tales of mighty dead and their beauties of nature are lovelier than the lovely tales that we have heard or read. The nature is too kind to pour immortal drink from the heaven through an endless fountain. The poem is rich in images and the use of various poetic devices. Metaphor, alliteration, and imagery are the three most dominant poetic devices that can be found in the poem. Metaphor has been employed in the moves the Paul, where our souls steeped in sadness and hopelessness are compared to dead bodies covered with a shroud. In the metaphor immortal drink, a feeling of immense joy has been compared to a drink that flows down from heaven's brink like an endless fountain. There is also use of alliteration in noble natures, simple sheep and cooling covered. The poem abounds in the use of imagery, as in flowery bands, daffodils with the green world they live in, clear reels, and endless fountain. Everything in nature is a theme of beauty and a source of joy. Such objects of nature are the sun, the moon, old and young trees, daffodil flowers, small streams with clear water, masses of ferns and blooming mask roses. All of them are things of beauty. They all add joy to our life. There are many things that cause us suffering and pain. Malice and disappointment are the biggest source of our suffering. Another one is the lack of noble qualities. Our unhealthy and evil ways also give birth to many troubles and sufferings. They dampen our spirits. They act as a covering of sadness on our lives. In this slide, there are some difficult words for you all to go through. The words that have been used in the poem. I hope students, the theme, summary and the literary devices are clear to you all. In my next class, I will be providing you with a video lecture discussing about the poem and explaining the poem line by line. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Thank you all.